Hey. Wagwan, what y'all dealing with? So, the cold has came over and taken over, and we are officially in December now. So now everybody done with all day Thanksgiving leftovers and all of that stuff. You know, we can finally move into December. The snow has showed its face, okay? So we are officially in winter. I mean, we was before, but still, it ain't winter until it snows. Anyway, I got a video that I want to share with y'all, and it is Cam Newton, right? Wait a minute. Interviewing Ice Cube. And the part of it that's going viral is the part where he talks about his 32-year marriage and how he was able to hold it together. I want y'all to take a look right now.
You've been married?
We've been married since 92, so what is that, 32 years?
How? Like for the masses?
We want to be. You gotta want it. I don't want nobody to have my woman. She mine. I'm hers.
What's the word that we just had somebody on? The relationship has to have staying power. Certain things in the culture has never changed. It's just all about how you are locked in with your partner. You don't stay with a person for as long as you've been with your person and can honestly say, man, every single day I wake up and it's just doves flying.
But who in your life is it like that with? You don't like your mama every day. Some days she get on your nerves. Some day, you know, your brother. Every day ain't gonna be roses.
Yeah.
You can't expect that from your spouse. It's all about, are y'all a family or not? You know, you gotta be willing to give. And as a person that you want to give to, your time, effort, and love.
Right.
I thought it was beautiful how he talked about perseverance. Time to talk about it from a simple perspective, to say, that's my woman. She's mine. I don't want nobody else to have her, which means that I have to do the things that's required. And I think that it was beautiful to really just put it so simplistically like that, because it really is not a whole lot. You can write a whole book about it. You can really put a lot of perspective behind it. And of course, there are different tools. There are different things that you can use. There are different communication tactics. But the drive behind it, the drive behind these relationships that last so many years, the drive behind these relationships that are able to come back together even after hard moments, that are able to endure and everything, is really saying, this person is mine. And if I feel like this is my person, then one thing that I don't want is for this relationship to slip up, and then this person is no longer around me, with me, together with me, and now I have to watch that person be with somebody else because I didn't do what was required in order to be able to hold that relationship together. I think it was beautiful to look at it from the male perspective, and I just kind of want to add some context from the female perspective as well. Just for how I see it. Of course, I haven't been married for 32 years, but I have seen quite a few relationships that have lasted into the 30s, 40s, and 50s, as far as years wise. So just from what I've seen, and even growing up, what I saw was, you're not going to have a marriage that is fairy tale. Like you said, it ain't gonna be roses and stuff every single day. And I think that's the part that began to whittle away as far as marriages in this time period versus some of the marriages in the past. I think that a lot of younger people may have, not have that endurance sense as it relates to the fact that every single day is not going to be fun. It's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be interesting, entertaining, or anything like that. More than likely, every day you might end up being in a place where we are seeing each other every day. I already know what he gonna do when he come in. He's gonna do this. He gonna try to eat my chips. He gonna try to do this. I already know what it's gonna be. But the thing is that you can find things inside of there to give you that spark, to make it interesting, to make it entertaining, to make it funny, to make it sweet, to make it all of these things. But the basis of it is just knowing that this is your person and you want them to be around and you want to have them. And knowing that they want to have you. I think really that's the basis of it. And I love the fact that he talked about it. He didn't try to romanticize it. He didn't try to make it into a fantasy or make it sound fancy. He's just like, she's mine. I don't want nobody else to have her. So then I have to do what I gotta do. And I think that made it so relatable to a lot of men who may not be fancy with their words and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Being able to just relate to that feeling. Another thing that I want to talk about today is something that even I had to learn about, and it's something that sometimes we as women don't really have a sense of. It's a sense of some of the things that we can do or say in conversation that we might not think is inviting to a man, that may be something that they take as a yes. One of the things about me is that I have the tendency to be a friendly person, right? I'm always saying hey to people. I had to kind of come to realize that there are things that you can do as a woman that you may not think is inviting, but that men may take as an invitation to continue. So with that being the case, I had to kind of scale back on being so friendly, because even if I was just saying, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, men might say, oh, okay, she's speaking to me. That must mean she wants me to continue talking to her. That must mean that she wants me to go show. And then so when they like, oh, okay, well, you know, what's your phone number? Hey girl, how you doing? It's like, what? I didn't say all that. What is wrong with you? But I think sometimes as women, we kind of have to adjust our minds to the fact that the world is like this. So it's one of those things where you can get mad and say, why are men like this? Or you can choose to protect yourself from unwanted conversations by just switching up the way that you think. To be honest with you, no time soon is it going to be changing. With that being the case, I choose not to keep complaining about it and to actually just change the way that I think about it. I'm not necessarily going to become somebody that's unfriendly or that's rude or anything like that. It's just about being discerning with which conversations that you entertain, which means that if somebody's already showing you signs that they're trying to get some sort of connection with you. I was wondering if I could take you out, show you a good time, invite you to my house. Just about being careful with how you respond. Body language is a part of it. Also, the way that you respond. If you smile, or you take eye contact with them, or you it's something that can create an idea of the fact that you as a woman are showing some sort of willingness to have a conversation with them. When I'm in relationships, I definitely have to be careful of this, because the level of entertaining of a conversation that may have been okay when I'm single may not be okay when I'm not single. So that means that I have to particularly be careful. I have to make sure that I'm keeping my words very, very neutral. But really, I think if you are somebody, especially if you're in a relationship, or if you're not looking to entertain those type of conversations, just keeping your conversations neutral. I think that this is something that we don't necessarily learn. It's something that just is kind of implied. And when you end up having to learn it the hard way, then you kind of switch up how you do things. But I think that it's important because men and women tend to be inviting towards each other, hormonally and all of that different type of stuff, men and women. It's one of those things where if you're not looking to create that type of connection with somebody, making sure that you're making that clear. Just something that more recently I've had conversations about, and I just wanted to get y'all's perspective on it. Because it's something that, we have to look at. We have to look at how we're doing things. We have to look at how we're creating conversations and what those conversations are implying. Just something I thought I'd share. But I want to know what y'all think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my social media information right here like I always do, so that y'all can get on there and check out all of the posts and everything that I have on there. I got a whole lot of discussion topics, baby. So get on there and join me in the discussion topics there. Also, I'm going to put my YouTube information right here as well, because I want y'all to go on there and hit the big red juicy subscribe button, and also hit the little notification bell next to it so that you can see whenever I post new videos and you can be the first one to know. I also have a My New Voice playlist on there so that you can go in there and check out all the different videos that I've made and all the different topics that I've talked about on my videos. Hit me up in the comments. I'm just saying. But in the meantime, in between time, peace.